Hey everybody and welcome to TEDxNaperville. My name is Mark Lundholm and I started doing comedy in jails, rehab, shelters, detoxes, prisons, places I have lived a lot in my life. And today it's a pleasure to work for people who choose to be an audience. Yeah, that would be you. I grew up in a dysfunctional family. That's what they told me in court. They said, it's your family's dysfunctional. I said, oh, I thought we had problems. You ever go to court and plead maybe? Dysfunctional? Certainly. Yeah, I'm the oldest of 5 kids. In our house, ADD stood for all different dads. Yeah, my mom was a drinker. She was an alcoholic. My dad drank because he was married to my mom. He was an alcoholic with a reason. I drink to take the edge off. I drink to smooth out the rough edges. Dad wasn't an alcoholic. He was a circle. I'll tell you what I'm a believer in: shortcuts. Straighter route, more direct approach from here to hero, from wrong to strong, from now to wow. I'm the guy who does the funny so that we can get to the truth. And the truth is, if we can laugh about it, we can talk about it. If we can talk about it, we can start to heal from it. Deal with it. Make it useful to us moving forward. We can get stronger, safer, more solid. The humor muscle we were given from birth, humor muscle to develop for balancing unfairness and raising truth and raising trust and lowering shame and guilt. The humor muscle. Before you were able to speak or walk or clean your own frame or feed your own face as an infant, you had this. That was before medication. You know, I've never had the luxury of perceiving, reacting, seeing, thinking like most people, normal, average. I have a busted lens and a dysfunctional kind of fractured outlook on things. I give you an example. Normal people, most people, they would look at a high school yearbook and say, hey, look at that. That's me. That's me. I'm on 6 pages of this book. For me, that's the DSM-5. I don't think like normal people, so I'm a comedian. At least that's what it says on my tax return. Every year on my tax return where it says occupation, I write comedian. What I could write? Man with a mental illness who's done a lot of felony time and has learned how to market all of that stuff as a skill so he could pay a bunch of child support. That's what I could write on there. And I'll tell you, shortcut number 2 here today, if you want 100% help, tell 100% truth, because the truth you tell is equal to the help you will receive. First show I ever did was in San Quentin State Penitentiary. I'm a California guy, and I had volunteered to do this show for the inmates. I'd never done stand-up comedy before. The inmates in there were about 500-600 guys, and I'm standing behind a cyclone fence in the prison gym there. On the railing up above on the second tier, there's 2 COs, correctional officers. They got beanbag guns, shotgun type things, and I don't know if there's bullets, rubber, or otherwise in there, but everybody's under threat, and I'm supposed to be funny. Let's be funny, funny man. I walk on the stage of the cyclone fence between me and the general population there, and right in the front of the inmates section, there's a guy. He's the man. Huge, muscle-bound, ripped, buff, cut. He's got muscles in his eyes. Tank top, tattoos from his ears down to wherever else he has that I can't see. But I look at him and I'm intimidated. And I said, hey, look at you. Smooth head, all that ink, you could be a ballpoint pen. Nobody laughed. On the railing up there, I hear, and I went, The big guy stood up, the man. Put his fingers through the fence, big old sausage-sized fingers, ham hock hands, and he said, hey, funny man, I've got friends on the outside. They will find you, tie you to a tree in your yard, burn your house to the ground. I remember thinking, this is a heckler. Oh yeah. You ever have the joke show up late? You were on time for what you're supposed to be. You were at the joke, but the joke's not there now. Nobody there was at the joke, and you got it just then. You go, sorry, Your Honor. Yeah, that's funny now, as is this. Truth be told here, so the help will show up here. I was a 4-point restraint mental patient in the 80s. I was in A hospital in Oakland, California, my hometown, 4-point restraint, ankles and wrists strapped to a platform you cannot get up from until the staff at the hospital is ready to let you up. That's the part they don't mention in the lobby during questioning, right? 4 points, ankles, wrists, ouch, scared, angry, livid, loud. I said, you let me up or I'll kill everybody in this place. I'll find out where you live. I'll hurt your families. I'm gonna, that won't get you up. As it turns out, I got an extra day for that little statement, that verbal vomit I threw at them. I decided that I would never tell the truth as long as I lived ever again because it was expensive, but I needed the help. After a couple days, I don't know, I wake up, come to, and I'm in this fog, in this funk, and I'm in the detox, and I look over next to me, and there's a guy in 5-point restraint. And I'm thinking, oh my, look at him. I said, look at you, buddy. What a loser. I'll never be as bad as you. I could puke on either shoulder. Winner. If I don't know 100% of the truth to tell, I can't get 100% of the help I need. Not necessarily because I'm dishonest. It's because, oh yeah, I don't know how to tell the whole truth when it's going to help me or benefit us. I'm selective in my gifts, you know. I'm the kind of person, I'll get a whole bunch of tattoos and then tell someone, I'm afraid of commitment. Yeah, that's the truth. Clearly the message here is, after 32 years sober, I'm not quite right still. Sober doesn't mean serious, and it doesn't mean sane. Sane? No. I still suffer from what I call first thought wrong. FTW. First thought, wrong answer, wrong direction, wrong solution, unkind, cruel, criminal, inappropriate, inaccurate, whiny, ungrateful, you know, ungrateful. You ever run a yellow light and the guy in front of you doesn't? Wow, what's the resentment there? What's your first thought right there? Hey, buddy, we run yellows in this car. Yellow means step on it, and part of the red belongs to me too, sucker. I'm on my way to church. I'm late. Move it. Now, in that last bit, I had a chance to curse, to spice it up a little bit there. I did, but I didn't. Because shortcut number 3 today, profanity reduces credibility, at least at this level. There was an HR guy from Silicon Valley asked me one time, listen, you've been asked to present here, and we know you're pretty good, but you're not going to use adult language, are you? I said, oh, yeah, lots. I'm going to use words like 401k, retirement, responsibility, grandparenting skills. He said, oh, no. What I mean is, I said, I know what you mean. Hell, depending on who I'm working for, I cursed like a kindergarten teacher on a smoke break. I could use the F word today. All I have to say is the F word, really. Did you think, first thought wrong, did you think fatherhood, freedom, friendship, philosophy, any of the other ones? No, probably not. Wait, what? Philosophy. Philosophy, there's 2 F's in philosophy, man. I try to listen to the people who've been on the path of professional before me, right? Jay Leno said, write faster than people can steal from you, man. Sam Kinison said, hey, it's not getting everybody in the room to like you. It's getting a small percentage that really love you. Bill Hicks said, the joke doesn't need to be funny. It has to be interesting. Jerry Seinfeld said, hey, you know, if you have to curse, the joke is not finished. George Carlin said, Seinfeld. And right there, humor will disarm or alarm, depending on who's doing the listening. That's its job, comedy, really. That's its job. Humor will highlight hurt, it'll illuminate illness, it'll create some kind of, impression of where we're cracked, fractured. That's what it does. Comedy does that. So today, if you don't laugh real hard, it's not because I wasn't funny, it's because you are broken. Shortcut here, hey, hashtag be first. Hashtag be first. If you don't see some where you're at, where you go, where you are, be some where you're at, where you go, where you are. Take it with you. Show up prepared. Grace, hope, patience, love, kindness, equality. That's the stuff that we're looking for. How about if we each bring some? Hashtag be first. If you don't see some, be some. Because what you give energy to will continue. Where you aim yourself is where you're going to find yourself. What you put your toes on goes on. That's the way it works. Sometimes the shortcut we make is the direct route from here, hurt, harm, potential, healing. Humor can do all of that. It's the right tool. About time for another shortcut, right? Yeah, well, shortcut number 5 today. If you have to keep it a secret, don't do it. If you've already done it, don't keep it a secret. Tell somebody, because a secret means nobody knows. Oh, yeah, but I knew. That made me nobody. I didn't want to be a nobody. I wanted to be somebody. Problem was, in 1988, I was a homeless guy, 120-pound shake and bake, look and cook, tweak and peek, thump and bump street guy. In Oakland, California, my hometown, I was a street guy, homeless. Not useless, not worthless, homeless. And every once in a while, somebody will still inquire, oh, I read your biography. I read your bio about, you were a homeless guy. Homeless, really? Homeless? Drug addict? You were homeless. What was that like? Well, let's see. I had a lot of liberty. Homeless. What'd you do with all your stuff? First thought wrong, second thought wrong, third thought wrong. My stuff, did you look up the word homeless, right? Oh, yeah. Did you have like a storage unit? No, a storage unit, that would have been a good home. No secrets, because we're only as sick as the secrets we keep keeping. Gladman Hospital, Oakland, California, psychiatric detox. That was the 4-point restraint day. It was also the day I met the psychiatrist. He said, do you know why you're in here, young man? I said, yeah, because I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Woo! Crazy. Wristband, meds, nap. My mother's a Pisces. Crazy. He said, no, you're a drug addict. I said, Doc, can you give me something for that? See, we learn how to make that drop from head to heart, from smart to heart, from head to here. That 1.5-foot drop from I'm thinking, I'm keeping, I'm secretive to I'm including other people. We drop from the attic into the living room here. Relationship humor, the most awkward, probably the most fruitful for comedy and humor and ha-ha. My grandfather was married for 57 years. Somebody asked him one time, hey, old timer, how do you stay married so long? He said, well, you know, he had fingers that are bent like the roots of a tree. He would point at you like you were around the corner of a building. It was awkward. You'd go, me? Really? Me? He said, let me tell you something. We stayed married a long time, she and I, because I make the big decisions. She makes all the little ones. Big decisions, little decisions. And in 57 years of marriage, we did not have one big decision. Not one. That guy was the funniest man I knew. I've worked with professional comedians my whole career, and grandfather was the funniest guy I'd ever met in my life to this day. He died of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Imagine. He would say, sometimes I forget to shake. And that's what you do. Right now what you're doing, you go, hey, can I laugh at that? Yeah, because for him, old timer that he was, seasoned veteran, wise guy, it was a tool. Comedy was a tool. Humor was a tool. That's how he coped. One of the people I admire most on this planet is my ex-wife, the plaintiff. That's the most expensive joke of the day, people, right there. But we were divorced a while ago. Actually, we're Catholic, so we got an annulment. And an annulment is the Catholic version of the lemon law. You just turn it back in. I got a bad one. Can I trade? See, parents are like passengers or patients in a hospital. We all have this in common. Only rookies panic and only bullies get loud. Only bullies yell and only rookies scream. I'm neither, but I've been both, and I don't choose to be either one. Especially when it comes to conditions that I can't control. I still suffer from depression and low self-esteem at times. Low self-esteem. Joke coming at you. Let's lighten it up here a little bit. You ever had such low self-esteem? I mean low self-esteem. That you're making love to somebody and you think, I can't trust them. Look at the choices they make. My favorite relationship probably these days is with my son. He's a teenager and God bless him. He's a little man. He's an old soul in a young adolescent body, and the challenge is, gosh, I don't want to screw him up, you know. I grew up a certain way. He gets to grow up a different way because freedom starts with forgiveness and grateful never relapses, and 100% truth equals 100% help, and all the shortcuts we've talked about today. That's what I get to pass on to him. Save him some time. And I don't have to be bullied. And I don't have to be a bully to him. So here's the thing. I don't get loud when I'm talking to my boy. I will lower my voice and raise my standards as a parent. Just like that. Because as it turns out, volume doesn't substitute for content. And volume doesn't substitute for message or character. You know, I can whisper and be heard. I don't yell at Grayson, my boy, because, well, he's PTSD for noise. We think it was conception. And I don't yell at my ex because, well, it's unproductive, as it turns out. Yeah, a loud, arrogant husband is the #1 cause of vaginal dryness. I'll do that joke at a corporate show, and I'll get men writing it down, putting it in their iPads or tablets. Shh, whisper until Monday. She likes that. In this time of downsizing and all this other stuff we're doing corporate or business-wise, I'm going to give you a little extra shortcut today. Freedom starts with forgiveness. Freedom starts with forgiveness. You can forgive the perpetrator or become the victim. Anything happens to you today, weather, illness, some kind of disrespect out there in the real world, be first. Hashtag be first. If you don't see some out there, be some out there. Healing and grace and hope. Because 100% truth here, life is life. And you can take it personally. Ouch. Or look at it truthfully. Thanks for the lesson. Freedom starts with forgiveness because what you don't forgive, you will become. There's the strength for today. I'm the most important person in the room today, just like you. If that's true for both of us, I'm first, you're first. Nobody's even second here. I'm Mark Lundholm, and I have a little love task for you. If you don't see some, be some. Humor's a gift. Open it up today. If you don't see some out there, be some out there. Patience, love, understanding, kindness, humorous, laughter, ha-ha. If you don't see some, be some. Don't hide it, provide it. Now go, 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 go.